Hi there guys, another recipe today. This one is another cheesecake. I'm a big fan of cheesecakes. This is something new to me, something I've not tried before, and I'm hoping it's going to be very good because it features peanut butter, which I like very much. Peanut butter and chocolate, in fact. This is a chocolate peanut butter cheesecake. It's a Nigella Lawson recipe, and when it comes to puddings, there's very few people better than Nigella. So I'm going to give this a shot and see. Now, I've diverted from the base a little bit. Basically, Nigella's base uses Digestive's peanuts, chocolate chips and what have you. I've just improvised with what I've got in, so it's got some chocolate chip cookies, some shortbread and some of the Lotus caramelised biscuits that I've used before with some success. So I know that's going to come together well. The base is just like any cheesecake, any fridge set cheesecake. You literally blitz your biscuits, melt a bit of butter, stir it all together until it comes together like so, and squash it into the bottom of the tin, chuck that in the fridge to chill, and then we'll crack on with the top. So obviously I'm not going to go into great detail regarding that because it's really not that interesting, but done one cheesecake base, you've pretty much done them. Okay, so for the topping we use soft cream cheese, Philadelphia, 3 eggs, complete eggs, 3 egg yolks, so 6 in total, but obviously only the yolks from the other 3, 200 grams caster sugar, 125 ml of sour cream. You could also substitute double cream if need be, I guess, and 250 grams of peanut butter, which we're going to throw into the blender and blitz into a smooth paste. The oven, incidentally, is already preheating at 170 degrees C, and this cheesecake will need to bake for about an hour before we make the topping. The topping is a mixture of sour cream, chocolate chips, or just chocolate, as I'm going to be just using ordinary sort of plain cooking chocolate, and soft brown sugar if I've got some. If not, I'll be using white sugar, but we'll see how we go there. Right, we're back at the moment. All the ingredients from the list have just been thrown straight into the whizzer. So we've got the 3 eggs, 3 egg yolks, the cream cheese, the sour cream, the sugar, the peanut butter. The whole thing's just been hurled into here and blitzed. And you do that until it's nice and smooth. The oven's preheated, so get the slightly chilled base out of the fridge, and then pour this go into here. Give it a good scrape around and make sure that we get all bits and pieces. Now this is quite a runny mix, so I'm assuming this is why there's so many eggs, because when I've made a baked cheesecake before, it doesn't typically use as many eggs as this. So I'm guessing it's because this creates quite a runny mix. So I'll just give you a quick peek at that so you can see. Hopefully you'll be able to see what that looks like. As you can see, it's quite liquid. So and it pretty much fills a springform tin. That's quite a large springform tin, as you can see. So we throw that in the oven, in there for an hour. Check after 50 minutes, and basically you're baking it in, just for the moment until the top feels firm and springs back when you push it in the centre. We then make the top with the chocolate, the sugar and the sour cream to make the chocolate topping, which is then melted in a pan and spread over the top of the cheesecake. It's then baked for a further 10 minutes. at which point it comes out and it's left to cool. But so we'll come back after 50 minutes and we'll see how the cheesecake's looking. Okay, so the cheesecake's cooking away in the oven with a good half an hour to go before I need to check it. And in a pan here, I don't know how well you can see that, but essentially what I've got there is some sour cream. Now I'm not going to get into specific proportions just here. What I'll do is I'll note the recipe down underneath the video, so if you want the actual recipe and quantities, just look below, and I will summarise that at the end of the video also. But I've got some roughly chopped dark chocolate. It does say chocolate chips on the recipe, but chocolate's chocolate and it's all going to be melted anyway. Some sour cream and some sugar. It says soft brown sugar, I didn't have any, so it's sugar. It's not going to have quite the same flavour, but it will be primarily chocolatey, and this is for the topping. So as mentioned before, after 50 minutes I'll check the cheesecake. If it needs a little bit longer, it'll get a little bit longer, and then once the top is firm enough, this will be melted and spread onto the top. It will then be baked for a further 10 minutes and then taken out and set and left to chill. Okay, so at this point, as you can see there, we've got the cheesecake, which is about set. I've probably actually left that in a little too long, if anything. And in this pan here, I'm melting the chocolate topping, which, as said, is the sour cream, chocolate and sugar. So it's on a fairly low heat and stirring continuously. Bigger spoon. Still got the oven running, because once this topping has been spread on the cheesecake, it's going to be baked for a further 10 minutes to fully set the cheesecake, and this will help sort of spread and settle the chocolate topping, I guess, as well, is the idea. At which point it will be removed from the oven and left to cool, and then chilled in the fridge. And then tomorrow, which obviously what I'll do is I'll come back with a video, tomorrow will be the taste test, and I have high hopes for this. I think it's going to be very, very nice. So that's the chocolate topping, as you can see, all nice and smooth there. So I'll turn the heat off, and now, unlike a cake, this has to be done relatively carefully, because obviously you can't apply too much pressure, with the cheesecake being very, very soft. But I've got to say, the very thought biting into this is making me drool already. Cheesecake is one of my absolute favourite desserts, and peanut butter combined with chocolate is always a winning combination, whether that's in a Reese's cup, or whether it's in an ice cream, or anything of that nature, really. So okay, yep, that's looking pretty good. So back in the oven. Give that 10 minutes. Oh, back in 10 minutes. That's what we're looking like at the moment. So I'm going to set that there and let that cool. And Once it's cooled, it will then go into the fridge to chill, and tomorrow will be the taste test. So this is the following day, and here's the cheesecake. Now it's chilled in the fridge. You can see it's settled a little, and the toppings set quite firm, which will be as a result of the sugar. Now, while I just let that sit for a moment before I take the case off, I'm just going to run through the ingredients list, which I'll also be putting in the comments below, so if you look at the comment section below this video, you'll be able to see those. For the base, 200 grams of digestive biscuits, 30 grams of salted peanuts, 100 grams of dark chocolate chips, and 50 grams of unsalted butter. Alternatively, you can just kind of mix it up a little bit, and I just used whatever I had, which happened to be some shortbread, some chocolate chip cookies, and some Lotus caramelised biscuits. Digestives is fine. You could use some choc and nut chip cookies instead, and the butter to bind it together. The filling is 500 grams of soft cream cheese, basically Philadelphia kind of stuff, which equates to about 2.5 tubs typically. 3 full eggs, medium, 3 egg yolks, 200 grams of caster sugar, 125 ml of sour cream, and 250 grams of peanut butter. The topping, 250 ml of sour cream, 100 grams of chocolate chips, or as I did, just dark chocolate chopped up, and 30 grams of soft brown sugar. Now I used ordinary sugar in mine because I didn't have any soft brown sugar. Okay. Now for the fun bit, the taste test. Got texture, seems absolutely fantastic. Oh, check that out. That looks... Now don't worry, I'm not that much of a pig. I'm not going to eat this. Don't worry, I'm not that much of a pig. I'm not going to eat this entire quarter of a slice. But look at that. Doesn't that look great? Oh my word. As you can see there, we've got the base, which is a little thinner than I normally do it. I usually do these bases quite thick. I like a thick base. We've got this beautiful textured filling, as you can see there, and then this gorgeous dark chocolate layer on the top, and we'll dive straight in with a taste test. Oh man, oh man, oh right, I'll tell you right now, anybody out there that likes Reese's peanut butter cups, that likes Ben & Jerry's peanut butter ice cream, that likes anything with peanut butter and chocolate, you have got to try this. This is amazing. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is good. That is really, really good. The one thing I'll mention as well, the recipe actually calls for smooth peanut butter. Now, I think smooth peanut butter is an insult. I won't have it in the house. It's got to be crunchy or nothing. And so I use crunchy peanut butter and blitzed it, and that's working nicely for me because there's actually little chunks of peanut in there as well that you're getting into. as you chew through this beautiful fluffy filling. Oh, that is just good. That is so good. And the chocolate sets off the sweetness of the filling really, really nicely because it's quite a bitter chocolate, being dark chocolate. If you like it more sweet, then you can use a milk chocolate. And right about now, I'm going to stop talking and stuff my face with this. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you really enjoy it if you make it. I highly recommend that you do. And thanks for watching. Yeah, that thing I said about not eating the entire quarter, I think I just might. Oh, it's good.